Okay, so I'm recording this really quickly because we are trying with Mad Men to create a sort of record as far as how we're doing creative processes and whatnot. So buckle up. Um, we are trying to do something called the interview series. The interview series is supposed to be where we interview everything from filmmakers to artists to creatives endeavors, mostly filmmakers though. That's what we're striving towards. And it's supposed to be that all of these guys, it's like, what's somebody, for instance, Luca Pizzello? I think that's his last name. Luca. Not Flowers of the Killer Moon. That's Scorsese. Never mind. He's making a movie called Death and the Frenchman that me and Christian are still waiting on. Right. Point is that he would come on. We'd ask him a couple questions, talk to him about his life story, talk to him about where he came from, how he got into filmmaking, what he's worked on that people can go watch right now, and then lead that into actually. Can you tell us a little bit about what your new project is? Is there anything you can, give us an exclusive on here as far as the new project, right? That is the idea with it. I want it to be a platform for filmmakers of all sizes in the indie industry, right? So Luca, Elijah Anthony F, the guys over at Flash Requiem, Jordan Barnett with Power Rangers Unworthy, which I'm excited for because I just got finished off a DM that he basically said, yeah, we'd be so interested to be on a podcast real quick. And I'd love to get them on, But nonetheless, I need to prove to myself and I need to prove to others that this is possible, this can be done, and this can be done in a stylized way. All of these won't be able to be done in a stylized way. I would like to, at some point, create it that these videos are, for the most part, our podcast is done virtually, by the way. We used to do them in person, but it was just too much as far as scheduling. These would be more seriously scheduled, sit down, in-person type situation with a more documentary type feel to it. There was a video that my father created years ago now, probably right during the middle, I think it was during the pandemic too. So not years ago, I guess, but it feels like it was so long ago because pandemic feels like it was so long ago, really. And the video inspired him to create his podcast. That idea is now ingrained in me to do these interviews in the same way that my dad intended for his podcast to be done. That is what this is. So to make a social proof that this can be done in a certain fashion, I've got about 48 hours, give or take, maybe 72. No, about 48 hours, roughly. Friend of mine, good friend of mine, Jordan Barnett, Jonah Harder, artist, singer. He's going on a live performance for the first time in Indianapolis, Fort Wayne this weekend. There's going to be a couple of other artists. I'm not a big music person, so I have personally never heard of these guys, okay? I am not a big music person at all. I listen to the same tracks on repeat and slowed and reverb every single day. I kid you not. I am not joking in any regard. And what's going to happen is he's going up there, and unless he changes it, because I texted him and was like, hey, do you want to have this idea about what the video will look like? Unless you want to change it, this is my idea, because it's his video, he's paying for it, X, Y, and Z. The video is a mini documentary in that type of showing off how he got into music, asking him questions about his past, about his relationship with music, about how his family got involved. Because I know his brothers. I know at least one of his brothers plays instruments as well too, and they were in a band together for a minute. I know he does theater as well too. I know acting is a big part of him. He was actually a background actor on The Chi for a minute. He's doing all types of stuff. He's working full time at the Olive Garden and his career of choice and what he's going to school for is audio engineering. This is what he wants to do with his life, you know? And telling that story, telling that that where he came from, where he's been right now because of, you know, the show itself, and showing that off and showing off that experience some, and then where he plans to go and the way that he's paving right now as a person, you know, as an artist. And for an audience experience, you should be like, dang, this is a cool dude. Look at his story. Dang, I missed out. I wasn't in Fort Wayne. You know, I didn't go see that show. I don't remember this. I wasn't there. Otherwise, I'd already know who this guy is, right? Or, and then the last part is, dang, I missed out on the show, but let me go check out what he's got coming up next. Let me go check out what he previously worked on. And using that as a form of social proof / this is the way, a bare bones foundation that can be improved upon for the interview series with Madman Activities. And then subsequently, because I made both of them videos that be showing off what Mike Banks and Jaden Madison can be doing behind the camera as far as production goes. So it all comes together. But it's easier said than done. So we'll see what happens.